What's up, guys? Your boy Josh. Showtime. It's Showtime Fight Form. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is where we talk all things fights. Welcome to the dungeon, y'all. This is where we get it, okay? Now, ooh, I'm sorry. I don't know where I came from. Anyways, so today's discussion is going to be a bit of a gimmick, but yeah, we're here. It's, I guess, a big fight, but let's talk about it. It is what it is. I don't even care if I'm wrong about it. And this is Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, the fight that no one cares about, no one asked for, but we're getting it here live in the flesh, and I will be watching just because I hope somebody gets knocked out. Like, that's just simple and plain. And also, like, Nate Diaz does bring in a lot of fun fights. But let's kind of do the tall tale, whatever, about these guys, okay? Both relatively around the same size as far as height goes, reach goes. Jake Paul is the probably naturally bigger guy. He's also much younger. I think he's like 10 years younger. More experience in professional boxing, whereas then obviously Nate grew up doing mixed martial arts. He is primarily a boxer in MMA, but he does throw kicks in every now and again. But primarily he's a boxer. However, MMA boxing and real boxing are completely different. They're not the same thing at all. Okay, cool. I'm glad we get this whole thing discussed. Now, Jake has had what, six, seven fights now professionally. Fought his first professional boxer who's actually a boxer, grew up boxing, lost. Now he's coming off a loss. Nate Diaz, he's coming off a dub. He beat Tony Ferguson, submitted him. Booyah. Whoa. All right, let me stop playing. Now, this fight, like, I mean, at the end of the day, this fight should honestly be a fun fight. I will say, this is how I see this fight going to start off, at least. I think that Jake is going to start off with his little jab to the bodies a lot. He's going to throw little jabs, trying to fill him out. And he's going to hug a lot. I don't know what makes me feel this way, but I feel like what's going to happen is Nate is going to throw combinations, and it's going to get smothered, and there's going to be a lot of hugging. Kind of similar to the Tyron Woodley fight, where there's just going to be a lot of locking. But Nate Diaz will be Nate Diaz, and he will start doing unpredictable, weird, stupid stuff to possibly draw him out. I don't give Nate much of a chance until the later. It's a 10-round fight. If Nate's going to win by stoppage, if he's going to win by decision, it's going to start from round 5 to 10. I would be very shocked or surprised from rounds at least 1 through 3 that Jake doesn't win pretty easily. He's the quicker guy. He's probably the more fundamentally sound boxer right now. In boxing, I probably would still favor him. He punches harder. Like, I'm going to go. And here's another thing. Nate Diaz is very good with his offense, but defense, he's not as solid. He gets punched a lot. And he's fighting somebody that has just as long a reach as he does. So you got the more explosive, faster guy who fighting a guy who honestly relies on his chin a little bit too much. And boxing refs don't really like to see that. So let's put this out. I wouldn't be surprised if Nate Diaz gets knocked out. I wouldn't. We've seen Jake has power. We have to respect it. He's dropped everybody he's fought so far. You got to put some respect on his name. You got to. All right? And not only he's knocked out bigger guys who honestly had pretty good chins as well. Tyron Woodley has never been KO'd like that, except for you want to count not Marquez, but you want to count Nate Marquardt knockout, which was legit out of a movie. That knockout was a Mortal Kombat knockout. That I don't count that. That didn't knock out anybody. Okay, knocked out the demons. Like, that was crazy. Now, Anderson Silva also has a pretty decent chin. He got knocked down. Like, I mean, it's like I said, he knocks everybody down. So we don't have to keep belaboring that. Nate Diaz has been dropped. Yes, by legs and blah, blah, but he has been rocked. He has been hurt. I mean, the guy is very punchable. So like I will say that the first few rounds, he will get punched. He will get hurt. He might even get dropped. After that, we know Jake's going to get tired. He gets tired every single fight. And then that's when he just goes to just a one and a hook. And he goes for a wild punch. And that's when he either knocks somebody down or he just keeps wearing himself out. Once he gets to that level where he's only throwing that one punch or he's doing like only 2 combinations at max, Nate Diaz is going to start piecing him up pretty good. And that's where Nate can honestly get a stoppage. So it's literally dependent on how long Nate can survive. If Nate survives the storm, he will win by either stoppage or by decision. Just because I do think that pace that Nate puts on you, like it's ridiculous. The amount of punches he throws at you, it's a lot and it's tough to deal with. So I think that Jake knows going forward into this fight that he has to knock him out. He has to. I would be surprised if Jake wins by decision, personally. I think he has on. That's his only avenue. I think Nate can win by knockout and by decision. So if you ask me, boop, 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 Josh, who do you think is gonna win this fight that no one asked for? I'm actually going to say Jake Paul's gonna knock him out. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% confident in it, but I'm confident enough to say that Jake is gonna knock him out. I just think once again he's older, he's hittable. Jake does have power. This is Nate's first boxing match. I just have a hard time seeing him not get knocked out, or at least TKO to the point where the referee at least stops it. He might not get flatlined, but I think he's gonna get dropped multiple times to the point where the referee stops it. So that's how I go. Now I wouldn't be shocked once again if he survives, because Nate has an amazing chin, and he survives all these punches, and then he comes back and flurries like he normally does and gets a win. I would not be surprised though. I want you Nate Diaz fans coming at me and sliding my DMs, getting mad at me. I'm saying Nate can't win. I'm just not picking him. Sorry. Nah, ain't nothing you can do about it. Fight me. But yeah, that's basically how I see about that fight. I ain't spending too much on this dang fight, man. I ain't that pressed about it. So, tell me what you guys think. If you watching it, if you watch it on free, send me the link. But if not, we're gonna pay for it. Whew, what we got? All right, so I hope everybody have a blessed day. Deuces.